Oh, where in the world am I?
Don't try and
Man, I kill you. Fallout. Revolver is stupid OP.
What happened to your viewers?
Linda's about to watch. What happens is every single time like I close a game and start a new one, I have to actually stop the stream and then I have to start it over again, like a completely new stream. It's kind of weird, but yeah. No, one of the guys that me and Elias were playing against actually found me on YouTube, and he's just like, "Hey, can I play with you?" I'm just like, "Man, I'm playing with my guy Issa Robot right now. You know, can't really, I'm not really gonna boot him out." And he's just like, "Oh, okay." And he was like commenting right here. So.
Honestly, I think joining really low-tier streams is fun sometimes, just so you get to talk to the person and they'll respond to all your comments.
Yeah. Yeah, but today Linda actually asked me to stream. She was just like, "Hey, will you?" Oh God, this wasn't like that whenever I went in. Oh, it's a freaking radio storm. Okay, where to now?
Yeah, but you should definitely do it. No, he's not a bad talker, but he's still have some CC. The hack is also really close right now, so. For some reason, like Roadhog is like the only tank where he like actually like just flies.
Oh, have you seen gameplay of the new character yet, Connor?
I also got oh.
Hey, no. Have you seen gameplay of the new character yet for Overwatch?
Wasn't sure I'd see you again. You managed to get what you need?
I have the code.
Suppose I shouldn't be surprised. You did get rid of Kellogg after all. Not too much of a leap to take down a Courser. How'd you manage to get it decoded?
The railroad helped me.
Oh God, those kooks. I would have expected they'd be too busy trying to liberate vending machines or setting computer terminals free or... Sorry. They just have something of a reputation. You're not the only one who's been busy. I did the best I could. From memory and things I've overheard through the years. Came up with some schematics for you. Wasn't easy. These hands are ridiculous. Fine motor skills have gone to shit. Here's the simple explanation. You need to build a device that will hijack the signal the Institute uses to teleport coursers, and send you instead. You know the craziest part of the design? That classical music station. That's the carrier signal for the relay. All the data's on harmonic frequencies. You've been hearing it all along. I want to be clear that this isn't my area of expertise. I was bioscience, not engineering or advanced systems or anything.
I'm sure it'll work.
For the record, I haven't made any promises, but if you can build this device and make use of that code, you should be able to override the signal from the Institute's relay. Can you? I mean, can you build it? You have people that can help. This is a lot for one person, even you.
I got it covered.
Good, good. Because you've got to make it in there. For both our sakes. And don't you forget our agreement. I've helped you as best I can. If you make it in there, you find that serum. It's my only hope for ever being normal. So you find it. Now go on.
Bye.
Take these and get to work. You do whatever it takes. Call on whoever you know to help you.
That's right, I gotta freaking leave. I'm gonna go talk to the Brotherhood, because they're gonna, like, help me launch a full-scale assault, and we're gonna just kill everyone there. That works out. It's a nuclear wasteland out there. And every now and then I drive around on the road. Nummy nums.
Liberating the Commonwealth is a huge responsibility.
I'm so glad I decided to get Chick-fil-A today.
By now, I'm sure you've deduced that our arrival in the Commonwealth wasn't coincidental. We're here because of a unique energy reading recorded by Paladin, according to our scribe. The moment this information came to light, the Institute, and everyone responded. To accomplish this goal, we have had our scribes meticulously search. The only logical explanation. That's where we need your help.
Uh-huh. Can you take a look at these schematics? A scientist named Virgil said they could get me inside the Institute.
I believe you'd be better served showing these plans to Proctor Ingram. That being said, I'm pleased that you've chosen to build the device with the Brotherhood. Now, indulge me for a moment by satisfying my curiosity. Tell me why you're so eager to get into the Institute.
I think they're the ones who kidnapped my son.
The Institute preys on the weak to further their own ends. Together, we'll make them pay for their crimes. I'll call ahead and brief Proctor Ingram. Report to the airport, and get to work on your project right away.
Kill this here, kill this here.
If you run into any synths, shoot to kill. We don't take prisoners.
Seriously, what the crap? I hate. But that's what doesn't make sense to me. Like, Rabbit getting picks. I don't get it. We literally got the first kill. It's one thing I'll never get about Overwatch. Alright, we have two kills.
Yeah, Linda, just some background information. The Institute sent someone while I was in cryosleep for 200 years, because you actually like see the bomb go off and everything whenever it does, and you're in cryosleep for like 200 years. Well, in those 200 years, they come in, they shoot your wife, and they steal your infant son, who is like a year old at the time.
I don't know about Scribe Mariah. I think she loves girls.
Right in front of you, and you couldn't do anything about
Elder
it.
Maxon said you'd help me build the signal interceptor.
So, looks like you're calling the shots around here now, huh? Alright, I'll bite. What does your new miracle device do?
Did you know the Institute has a teleporter called the Molecular Relay? Take a look.
Molecular... what? No. Molecular transmission via encrypted RF waves? Okay, even I have to admit, that's genius. This explains why we've been picking up anomalous energy readings all across the Commonwealth. Not to mention how they get their tin soldiers to come out of the damn walls. And this little beauty allows you to literally hijack a return signal. Instead of grabbing the intended target, it grabs you instead. Impressive.
That all sounds impressive, but can you build it?
If I can keep that flying pile of junk in the air, I can work miracles. It's difficult to make out all the details here, but I'm thinking you can get started by building a stabilized reflector platform. It's gonna take a cargo hold full of high-grade metal, but I'm sure that we have plenty of it right here at the airport.
I'm glad you can make sense of those plans.
I haven't made sense of all of it yet, but I will by the time you get the first part built. Here's a list of everything you need to find. You're also going to need a massive power source to get the signal interceptor running.
Is it inside? It is inside. Whoopsies. Open, maybe? How am I supposed to... How in the world am I supposed to get in there if I can't? Ooh. Yee. How in the world am I supposed to get in there? Hold on.
Oh, this frame is driving me crazy. Got like 3 itches I can't even scratch.
That's lovely.
Carry food with you or you'll end up eating some.
Who knows? Maybe you can get it from right here. Maybe. Yep, you can. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Now I need a power source.
I'm recovering from my season order.
The heck? Touch wire. To here, please. Okay, I thought I did. Okay, can we not, like, do this? Oh, okay. It's got the power now. Alright, we're good. Whee! I did it!
I'd
'Cause
gladly
I'm
lay down
best
my life.
around. Nobody's ever knocked that out.
Ingram?
Any luck building the platform yet?
Yes. I'm ready to build the rest of it.
Good. Let's move on then. Here's a list of everything we'll need. Now, I know some of that might as well be in Greek, so I'll be around if you have any questions.
Looks good, Ingram. I'll get to work right away.
I wish I had your confidence. Oh, one last thing before I forget. It's important that all the components are wired together so all the pieces are on a single grid. Otherwise, this isn't going to work. If you need any help, I'll be over at the build site making some adjustments and calculations. I'd wish you good luck, Knight, but I think we're both going to need it.
Probably finish it, honestly. Either that or I just have to go get some copper from the chemistry lab. Hey. Oh no. Come on. Jump. Ah. Okay, let's see now. Okay, beam emitter, relay dish. Nope. Actually, I'm gonna make an alchemy lab. Mercury lab. Yeah. Okay.
Having done that was 25 bucks. So I was in my building where the computer science program is at. That's why it's back on so it's now it's not right. So we had a computer lab.
Relay dish.
Somebody, some girl came in there for the manager. Like, I think it was pre-cap, it was cap pre-cap. And so they were just back doing.
Okay, can't get rid of that. That's kind of dumb. Whatever.
So they were trying to distribute, it was like 9 to 8 square. Or like 25 was on the outside. They're like, 25 times 9. I looked up on the 225. Dude was like, no, it's not. I'm like, I promise you it is. And so he wrote it out on the board and everything. It's like, oh my god, it is. And then she was like, she looked at me, she's like, well, with 25 times 12. I was like, that's literally just 75 minutes. Like, it's not that hard. It just made me laugh because people made it seem like I was some genius. But really, it was practice and stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna need more power. Holy cow. Nope. Oh, it has enough power now. How lovely. Aha!
I can't talk right now. I have a lot on my mind.
We're close. All we need is enough power to fire up the signal interceptor.
too busy to speak right now.
Better check all your connections and make sure all the components are wired together on a single grid.
They are. What the heck?
I'm occupied. We'll speak later.
Okay. Hold on. I can attach it to this thing. Obvious reasons. I gotta build this under this somehow? Hold on. Let's look at what it says to do. Power up the signal interceptor.
I'll send for you if I need.
Okay,
The
well I
beam
need...
emitter out of alignment will never trap the signal properly. See what you can do about that.
Dr. Ingram?
We're close. All we need is enough power to fire up the signal interceptor.
You mean to tell me we need more power?
I'm too busy to speak right now.
Okay. Let's step out the way so that way I can place more. Okay.
I can't talk right now.
Proctor.
Better check all your connections and make sure all the components are wired together on a single grid.
I thought I did that, but I guess not. Oopsies.
I'll send for
Excuse
you if
me,
I need.
Proctor Ingram.
The beam emitter out of alignment will never trap the signal properly. See what you can do about it. We're close. All we need is enough power to fire up the signal interceptor. Better check all your connections and make sure all the components are wired together on a single grid.
Proctor Ingram.
The beam emitter out of alignment will never trap the signal properly. See what you can do about it.
How in the world am I supposed to... Really? Really?
Remarkable work, Knight. The signal interceptor appears to be complete. Are you ready to put it to the test?
Absolutely. I'm ready to go.
Your confidence is an inspiration to us all. That being said, this is the first time we've attempted to directly adapt Institute technology. When we throw that switch, we don't know exactly what's gonna happen. God willing, you'll end up inside the Institute, and the mission can continue.
Nothing's gonna stop me when I'm so close to the answers I'm looking for.
Eager to get inside, huh? Good. Now, I want you to listen very carefully. Once you've entered the Institute, we expect to lose contact, so it's imperative you remember everything I'm about to tell you. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
That's fortunate.
Yes, it was. Securing useful resources during wartime is critical. That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
I'm surprised that the Brotherhood let her go.
Had I been in command, I wouldn't have allowed it to happen. She was a valuable asset. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on, and it needs her attention.
What's this project that needs her attention?
Dr. Lee previously worked on a potent weapon for the Brotherhood of Steel. We'd like her to continue where she left off. That's all I can tell you. Listen to me, Knight. I'm well aware that you're risking your life going into the Institute blind. Just keep your mind on the mission. And don't let anything they say sway you from your duty. Good luck.
We're close. All we need is enough power to fire up the signal interceptor.
Dr. Lee is a valuable asset.
I've checked and rechecked
Everyone
everything.
comes to her.
I think the signal interceptor's ready to go. Are you?
Let's do this.
All right. Head up onto the platform and we'll see if I can find a signal to lock onto. Are you in or are you out? Make up your mind. Let's see. Relays dialed in. Beam emitters warmed up. Everything looks green. Let me start scanning for the signal. Cross your fingers. I'm inputting the code now. Wow, there's a heck of a lot of interference and ghosting. It's gonna take a minute or two to lock in. By the way, this little trip you're taking is a heck of an opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. I put a clever little program on this holotape that'll scan their network and download anything it finds. If you place it in any terminal down there, it'll do the rest. Bring it back to me and I'll see if I can make sense of whatever it found. Well, well, looks like we have a winner. RF wave capture complete. Ramping the emitter. 60%, 80%. Emitter spiking but steady. All that's left is to throw the transmit switch. Transmitting in 3, 2, 1. Stay safe, soldier.
Okay.
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Stay on the point, guys. Stay on the
Sean?
point, stay on the point, stay on the point.
Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Far, what are you doing? That's so
Sean.
Father, what's
It's
going
me.
on? What's happening?
I'm
There's absolutely no reason to chase that many of
your dad.
like for one parent. They're gonna get a better spelling, bro.
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
What do you want me to do, Sean? What can I do?
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
They turned him into a frickin' robot.
This is insane. All of it.
The degree of trauma you're experiencing right now is understandable. Please, just try to relax. I know this is all difficult to take in.
God. All we're missing are the teacups and the white rabbit.
Ah, levity. Excellent. A sure sign that you adapt quickly to stressful environments. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Oh, that hurts my head. Oh. Oh, I don't even know how to respond to that. Oh, what do you think I should do, Linda? I'm honestly, I'm...
Are you following?
Linda, what should I say? I'm so lost right now.
bullshit.
Is it? After all the things you've seen and experienced in the Commonwealth? Think about it. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10?
The old guy?
60 years. That is the reality. And
that old guy is my son.
Raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
They stole you. Kidnapped you. Wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary.
Right.
The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Sean. It's really you.
It really is. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. and I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? Of course not. But I've done my best to move on and live my life. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
They're scared of you, Sean. Scared of the Institute.
People are always frightened by what they don't understand. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes. That is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
All right.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
Alright, so the only 5 kills that I've gotten were like as releasing games. So.
Quick saving and then I'm gonna shoot him in the head.
It's an honor to have you here, sir.
He wasn't real.
We are honored to welcome you here.
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive.
We're all looking forward to working.
No visible reaction.
I wish Quincy would stop telling us
The
stupid
start
stories.
The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will be I honestly don't know. I suppose I would have. No, still.
You call this a clean floor? Are your visual receptors malfunctioning? Can you not see the grime and dust?
Did you see me shoot him in the head? Okay, just making sure. I want to kill this guy more than ever. I don't care if he is my son. You don't do that to people.
Scanning. Subject identified. Reporting status. All functions normal. Operating at full capacity.
It's not where I wanted to go. Dang it, dude. I couldn't find anything. What I really don't get is why no one else tried to fight me after I shot him. That's what I really don't understand. Abernathy Farm was attacked. I have to go and save them and kill a ton of people.
It's my bad there. Did not think they were just two boats split up on both sides.
Whew. What time is it? 12:42.
I just want to trade a few things.
We just have to push left side of it. Literally when we
Damn it.
Mr. Abernathy?
Thanks for your help, pal.
I was glad to help out.
I can't argue with your timing. Who knows what would have happened to us if you hadn't been here. Anyway, we appreciate the help.
Alright, so when you ult, you should be so high that
How'd they get in from within the wall? Like, come on now. Make sure you close your door. Silly goosers. Actually, I should probably... Let's put some automated turrets in here. Where's that workshop? There it is. Nope, 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 nope. Yep, here we go. Defense turret. That no one get through. Ha ha ha. Yeah, that should be good. Yep, we should be good now. Now we need to go down here and talk to this guy. Oh, it's a Thompson.
Don't let Max's age fool you. He's a brilliant technician.
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
I wasn't worried. After all, I built the device myself.
I have confidence in everything I built too, but that's because I'll only deal with technology that I understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
What do you hope to find on there?
Whatever the Institute doesn't want anybody to know. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off of it. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, your mission to recruit Dr. Lee still needs to be completed. I believe Elder Maxson gave you all of the details. Good luck, Knight.
Oh, this isn't gonna end well.
Excuse me, Elder Maxon.
Lancer Captain Kells has informed me that the Institute's on high alert, and you're to blame. Explain yourself, Knight.
How did you know?
We've been monitoring communications, and picked up an encrypted signal being broadcast from the Institute. What the hell were you thinking?
There isn't much to explain. What's done is done.
That's your explanation?
I stand by my actions, sir.
Do you? Well, if nothing else, you have the courage to stand your ground. That doesn't absolve you from your mistake. But let's just say you've earned back some of my respect. Fortunately, this incident doesn't change our current strategy. We have a contingency plan that's already being put into effect. It should ensure completion of our special project. Now, on to other matters. Thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operations to the next phase. I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a special project that requires your immediate attention. And Knight, don't disappoint me again. Dismissed.
Bro, I could kill you too. Just turn around, kill the head of every organization. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam.
I prefer laser weapons myself. It's a cleaner shot.
Heroes never die for a price. Whoop. Over that, kiddos, doink.
Oh man, if I'm late for muster one more time, Captain Kells.
So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
He didn't tell me anything.
Makes sense. We've been trying to keep it under wraps until the time was right. Come on, it's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Prydwen might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in.
Does she not have legs? She doesn't have legs. Holy shit, I just realized she doesn't have legs.
This storage bay full of parts is what's left
or arms.
Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded.
Ingram?
In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
Huh. I wish I had your confidence, because this is not going to be easy. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
There's gotta be a way to solve that.
I do all the maintenance on the Prydwen, so you'd think it'd be a snap. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power systems are out of my league. What we need is a robotics expert, and there's someone in Diamond City that fits the bill. Her name's Professor Skara. Locals say she's a wizard when it comes to fixing robots. Why don't you head over there and see if you can talk her into helping us? Oh, And take this with you. Once she sees one of those cerebrofusion adapters, I'm pretty sure she'll have a tough time saying no. In the meantime, I'll prep Prime's CPU and we'll see if we can't get the big guy moving.
Diamond City, yeah.
Sorry to let you down, but I'm afraid I'm not in the mood to teach biology lessons today.
If something's wrong, maybe I can help.
It's my colleague, Professor Skara. Her normal field expeditions never last. I'm afraid something terrible.
Don't worry, I'll find her.
Oh, that would be wonderful. The last place Professor Skara said she was going is the General Atomics Galleria. I'll mark it on your mapping device. There. Look, if you find her, could you tell her to come home?
Just play the game in the last 2 seconds of the game they lose.
No loitering.
Boy, don't tell me I can't loiter. I'll loiter where I want to loiter. Oh wait, here we go. Valentine detection. That word. Oh, that's right. He's not here. Oopsies. There's someone there. Didn't know that. Holy cow. Whew. Do 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 do. Hello. Ah, there he is.
Nick.
Time to hit the road.
You interested in traveling together?
Sure, could be fun.
Let's head out.
Well, all right.
Hey.
Looks like you got something to say.
Your thoughts?
The Commonwealth's not an easy place to travel alone. Nice to have someone watching my back.
That's all.
Suit yourself.
Where's Poochie? I hear the Poochie. Hey, Poochie!
Boy! Everything okay, boy? Come on, boy. It's time to go. Hey.
Hey, Linda, you want to see something adorable?
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, boy, you know any tricks?
Look at him, he's so cute. That's the kind of doggy I want. Da 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 da. I love the Poochie's so cute. He's a good Poochie. Ew. Ew. Get him, Poochie! Where's that legendary one that I just shot down? Where's the dog meat? What? Yes, I see you, dog meat. Come on. Right, so do I. Literally the only thing I want in life is a doggy, cause doggies will never leave you or lie to you, cause they care, cause they're Poochies. I have a very big soft spot for dogs. Like, it's ginormous. Ooh. What do you know? Radiation all over the freaking place. What a surprise. Hello?
Welcome to Handy Eats, where serving you is our code. Table for one?
Wow.
General Atomics Galleria remains closed by order of the
Ooh, remains closed. I will fight you, and I will say it is open. True. Well, I don't know about blow all your money. Dogs can be pretty expensive.
Stop! Stop! You have to pay!
What do we have? Never thought I'd have to fight him. Oh, good lord.
Excuse me, but this is a private research site. If you're here to study these robots, I'll have to insist you relocate to somewhere else.
Actually, I was looking for you.
Oh, well, that puts an entirely different spin on everything, doesn't it? My name's Professor Skara, and in answer to what I expect to be your next question, Professor is my first name, not my title.
Dude, look.
The whole thing's rather complicated. Perhaps I'll explain it to you sometime. So, now that I've formally introduced myself, perhaps you'd care to tell me why you're here.
I've been sent by the Brotherhood of Steel to ask for your help.
How very interesting. I wasn't aware that you people ever asked for anything. While I'm flattered that the Brotherhood of Steel would find me useful, I can't help but be wary of your methods and motivations. Perhaps if you were more specific, we could come to some kind of a mutual understanding.
We need your expertise to get Liberty Prime back online.
Liberty Prime? Where have I heard that before? Oh, yes. I believe it's some kind of an enormous robot. Intriguing as it sounds, I'm afraid my work at General Atomics isn't complete. Perhaps you could come back another time.
We'll just find someone else, I suppose.
Now hold on a moment. If you think you're going to find someone else in the Commonwealth with my level of expertise, you're sorely mistaken. All right, you've got a deal. I'll wrap up my collecting trip and meet you at your headquarters. Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have a few loose ends to tie up before I leave.
Poochie! Here's your Poochie. Poochie. Takapoo! Open the door. Linda, is it strep or is it like, is there a chance that it could just be red from you yelling?
Remember, the use of force against customers is strictly prohibited.
Welcome to the General Atomics Galleria. You must be our new supervisor.
Sorry, what? You're waiting for your supervisor?
Unfortunately, yes. If you happen to meet that laggard, let him know that he is 210 years late for his scheduled shift. I need him to report to the director's office in the statue for immediate assignment. In the meantime, I'm afraid the Galleria is closed to the general public. But if you have any questions, I'd be happy to assist you.
That's all.
Very well. Have a nice day.
Any deviation from standard operating procedures must be authorized by the director.
I think I'm just about done for the night. I think I'll just like watch some TV and let slowly slow down. I'll still text you though, and if you want to, we can call, whichever one you prefer. I'm pretty sure you don't want to talk right now, but just figured I'd offer.
Moore's weak. Genji's also weak. None of them are weak.